Hey Leo, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. We're going to take what works, leave what doesn't. If I don't catch your wavelength or storyline on this reading, check your other major placements. And we're starting with the Oracle Mystical Moments deck for an intuitive vibe of where we're going today. And then we're going to move on to the writer Waite Smith deck for a more traditional tarot spread with a very traditional deck. Oh, wow. Leo, this card has shown up quite a bit in these cards. And this card, day and night. So you have a new beginning. You have something at the dawning of a new day in your life. But there's something about this thing back here, something that happened, the darkness, the dark night, that's lingering. It could be mentally. It could also be just in your life. There's unfinished business going on here that's preventing you from really being able to focus on this new start and this new beginning. So this could be psychological or external, something from your past still sort of lingering and preventing you from really embracing a new beginning. So this could look like depression. This could look like a little PTSD or something milder than that, but still disturbing. Something that you haven't been able to fully get over and fully move on from. So we still have the night sort of in your mind and clouding your vision and your ability to really embrace the new day and the new beginning. We also have Miss Sunshine here. And I love it because the last time I got this card out, it had a parallel that clarified it as well. So Miss Sunshine tells me that you're trying to embrace the new beginning. You're trying to be more positive. You're trying to lift yourself out of a depression, but it's there and it might be structural. So we might be talking about, this may always be here. It may be part of who you are, which you need, we're unconditionally loving ourselves. So it might be part of who you are, something that that's always going to be there. That feels a little dark and can feel a little heavy to carry. But it's there. It could be part of the structure of your life. It's now, you're always going to have this, as part of a structure. But as she rises up, I want to say, embraces an unconditional love of herself and of her life as she chooses positive thoughts or she or he chooses positive thoughts and allows their sort of vibration or their positivity to rise up. As they're rising out of this dark night, more is going to be revealed. This is going to be easier and easier to deal with and understand, and maybe at some point even love and integrate into this light and into this into your life. So as you rise, this too will become more and more revealed. Whatever dark thing from your past or even from your life, you're going to be able to see more about it, accept it more, and integrate it more. So as you're embracing this new dawn here, as you're moving towards lightness, as you're choosing, thoughts that feel good to you, and trying to embrace this a lighter way of being and a more uplifted way of being. And in this one, I really see spirit helping you, raising you up and meeting you there. But this little moon here, this little part here, this is we're not going to be able to cut this off and leave this in the past. This comes with us. So this could be, the marriage may be over, but you have to co-parent still, or you went into debt and this is you're going to carry with you for a while, or there's been some depression and maybe, this is part of who you are. So whatever you've recently experienced, it has become part of the structure of who you are. More will be revealed. You are going into a lighter space, a lighter way of interacting with the world, but don't it's part of the structure. It's part of the structure of who you are and your life now. So there's a lot of acceptance and sort of integration of that. Don't cut it off. Don't refuse to look at it. And also don't let it impede your progress. It's like we feel fear, but we do it anyway. If it's what's calling us, even if we're afraid of it, even if we know how difficult it could be, we still do it anyway. Even if we're experiencing anxiety, we can still live full lives. I'm always amazed by like the stars you see talking that have accomplished so much in their life and are so creative, and they talk about, their depression and their anxiety, and it's just so amazing to think about, like, how do you do all of that while carrying this other thing? And that's not to say that the rest of us suck, but it is to say that I think it is that like you feel it and you go forward anyway, and you go towards what's calling you anyway. Even though, I don't know what the trick is there, what some people are doing that's, causing their depression to take a back seat, or their anxiety and their fears to take a back seat. This could be not like wholesale structural depression in your life, but some little part of it that's that creates fear or anxiety, or a wound that you carry with you. And it doesn't have to be very big. It can be a small wound. Although, pretty sure most of us have some pretty big wounds at some point. Leo, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. This Devil card, I feel like Leo is seeing a lot of this Devil card in the past year. All right, in your recent past, you have Page of Swords. So new communication and new understanding. Our page is our learner, our freshman, our eager learner, their first day on the job. But this isn't learning. This is a lot of book learning. So you may have been reading up on something. You may have gone to college for something. You may be this is because the swords are representing ideas and communication, and we're talking about learning about something, new ideas, and possibly sort of that intake and regurgitate of school, of reading about something and then formulating it into your own words and giving it back to them. So there's something about communication here. So that's the communication part and the learning part, and ideas. So you've learned maybe of a new idea, or maybe there was a new communication that came in that clarified some things. But there is sort of a learning how to maybe communicate or how to do something, but it's the book learning part, and it's the trying to understand something and get clear on something. In your current situation, we have the Devil card. So this can be addiction. Addiction, of course, has an allure of something we think we want. It promises something, but then binds us to it. So no one enters into addiction of things that they don't like, right? So there might be aspects of it that they don't really love, but there's something that draws them in and tempts them in. This can also be dealing with contracts, maybe a contract that you're sick of, that you feel is withholding you and keeping you back. But this is something, this is a typical addiction card dealing with some sort of addiction, yours or somebody else's, of something that has an allure to it, but ultimately traps and controls you. So I feel like you've dealt with this a lot. So there's this Devil energy here of not feeling very much in control of things, or being compulsive behavior, that you're not something's compulsory here, being forced to do something. Maybe you agreed to it at one point, but you may wish to be released of this this bondage and this burden at this point. But at some point, you wanted it, you chose it, and you made your bed. Now you got to lie in it. I don't know. The Devil card can have a lot of different, like, it can be not great. Obviously, we're looking at the Devil here, but it can also be, a contract that you wanted at some point. At some point, you wanted this. And now it doesn't feel so fun anymore. And there's a sense of bondage and compulsory, something that you have to do. And that can either be an internal have to, such as with addiction, or it can be an external have to, like a contract, a commitment, a legal commitment that you made at some point. So your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape. Your hope is this Three of Pentacles here. This is hoping for teamwork. to work with people. This usually has to do with work or building something or creating something in the 3D world. You know, this is all ideas, learning about something, communication. And this is, maybe you want to get back to work. Maybe you're excited for working with others. You want to be part of a team, or at least find people, the right people for the right position, right? If you're trying to get out of a contract, you may be hoping to find the right lawyer. I mean, this could be a marriage, this could be any kind of work contract or any kind of contract. You may be looking to find the right lawyer, right? Because it's complex legal stuff that you don't need to spend years learning how to do, right? This is finding the mechanic for your car that knows your specific, you know, make of vehicle, or someone that knows what they're doing. You're looking for someone who's very competent, who can help you accomplish something and do something and work together. You're not looking to use anyone. You're just looking to hire someone or work with someone that shows a high level of competency and can accomplish things and has shown that they can accomplish things in the 3D, what specifically you're looking to do. So you're looking to sort of create a team or join a team or hire someone to do something that is outside your realm of expertise. What's at issue here, sort of the storyline, is this reverse 4 of Pentacles. So this can be about overly clinging, but I also see, what I see today is a release, letting go of something. So in the upright, we're feeling very insecure, and that's causing us to cling to something. So we could be in that mode, especially with this Devil card here, of clinging to our own addiction, clinging to our own contract. But with this other card, I feel like we're talking about wanting to let go of something, being done with something, not wanting this anymore. Maybe something you were clinging to, something you were trying to make work. You were trying to fix this and make it something and make it work, and you didn't know what you would do without it. But you may be loosening up on that and a bit ready, because this Devil card today is telling me, what I'm really picking up on is that maybe you wanted this at one point, but you don't anymore, and you're letting go of it. You're letting go of the need to make this work. You're letting go of the need to have this one specific thing be this specific way. You might be ready to let go of whatever binds you, whatever is preventing you from, you know, free movement, which we make these choices. Most of the time we make these choices willingly. Even with addiction, we are tempted into it. We willingly go into it. And then once we're there, and it's much harder to get out than to get into. So, but you might be feeling like you don't need to cling so much to this, or this isn't worth it for you anymore. There's something here that's just not worthwhile for you anymore. And you'd like to let it go, and you're sort of in the process of not clinging so hard to something. It cannot, yeah, that's what I'm getting from it. I was going to say all the other meanings, but that's the one that's really coming in clear for me right now, and I don't really, yeah. So in your environment, you have Knight of Wands. So this is someone you know. This is probably a person. It could be a vibe, but it's probably a person that's not you. And there's sort of a haphazard movement forward. Like, we have this impulse. This in the reverse could be some impulsiveness too, because in the upright, it's definitely it's not impulsiveness in the upright. So there's someone here that wants to move quickly. There's sort of this like loose jointed, not very clear, not very intentional movement with this Knight of Wands. He's got the wand, so he's very inspired. He's very excited about something. He's got maybe some sort of creative idea. He wants to move forward quickly, but there's not really a lot of intentionality to it. It's sort of just, let's go. It's not the fastest moving. We're not charging forward. We're just kind of, I want to say like glumping forward. We're just like, all right, I have this idea. So there might be something that just kind of wants to move forward, but it's not being very intentional. It's not really clear. There's not a clear plan. It's just kind of like having this impulse. And the Knights, and especially the Knight of Wands, sits at that place between impulse and intuition, which is like, they're they're twins, and we sometimes can't even tell them apart in our own minds, right? We're their mom and we're like, I don't even know half the time. So impulse and intuition, bravery and brashness. The Knight of Wands sits at the intersection between all of those, and it's all just kind of, is this bravery? Or am I being brash and foolish? Is this intuition? Or is it impulsivity? So there's someone here, and you might not be able to tell, like, what are they having an intuitive idea, or are they just randomly doing things? Or so there's something here, you can't really tell the motivation, or even like you might not be able to tell exactly what they have in mind here, or where it's coming from. But there's someone that wants to move forward, that they either physically want to move, or they might want to communicate, but it's not very intentional. But it's got an intention behind it, but it's not very decisive or clear. They're not delineating. They haven't really thought it through very well. In your to-do list, the energy you need to interact with. Now, this is coming right underneath this Devil card here. And the Devil can also, now that I'm looking at this card, the Devil card can also be depression and anxiety, which we've also talked about. These sorts of things that bind us and I don't want to say there's intentionality behind it, but can prevent us from moving forward. And doing the things that we want to do, and going towards what we want, because we're being sort of bedeviled by this energy of depression and anxiety. And that Devil card sitting right above this Nine of Swords card is telling me that there's fears, there's anxiety. Look at this is a very dark night. This is that long dark night that we've been talking about, that we saw in both of these cards. This anxiety, these fears. Technically, this person is safe in their bed. What's going on here is a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety that's preventing them from, like this Devil card would, preventing them from doing what they really want to do, which is get some restful sleep, lead a peaceful, productive, enjoyable life. These are things that you want to do. Something's preventing you from doing that, and it looks like it's anxiety. So this card is not here to tell you that you need to feel anxiety. This card is here to tell you that you need to look at it. You need to face it. You need to, there's a couple different methodologies. You can write it out. What are you anxious for? Anxious about. You can invite the emotions, the feelings into your sort of imaginary living room and serve them some tea and ask them what they're here for and what they'd like to talk about. You don't need to identify with it. You can just hear them out and be like, thanks, I will take that under consideration. And then not. But, or there's like ABCD methods and cognitive therapy. So there's a lot of ways, and talking to a therapist, of course. So there's a lot of ways to work through these. So this is just basically work through your fears and anxieties. They're clouding. They with this Devil card here, there's some sort of fear and anxiety that's really preventing you from enjoying the now and moving forward. And this is asking you very directly to deal very directly with those fears and anxieties so that you can enjoy the new day. So where we're going with this, I like this card. It's the Strength card. This is tarot telling you this is not going to be easy. It's going to require all of your inner strength, all of your inner resources. It will not be easy. It is not easy to tame this lion of anxiety and depression. So, and as I was saying earlier, this could be very focused about a certain thing that you're having a lot of anxiety. It doesn't have to be generalized anxiety. It can be specific anxiety. It doesn't have to be general depression. It can just be in this situation. You're having a lot of fears. And you're ready to let go of them. You're ready to let go of this and move forward. I think you see that you need to, but so this is just saying, just be really direct with it. You're having fears, name them, talk about them. This person is ruminating on all their fears and anxieties. That's not what we're doing. That's not facing them. That's allowing them to control you like this Devil card would. We're facing them and we're in charge. we're making choices. When instead of running from it, we're turning and facing it. Like they say, if you're having a nightmare, and this is true in my experience, if you're having a nightmare and you're being chased by something, you need to turn around, somehow get your mind to understand that you need to turn around, you need to face it. Then it stops chasing you, it stops controlling you. It usually disappears, dissipates. Maybe you have to kill it or something, or do something. But it's very important it can help with the nightmares. And I feel that that's true with the nightmares are just an expression of some inner issue going on that your subconscious is trying to grab your attention about. And this is the nightmare card, right? So there's no coincidence we're talking about a nightmare here. So your subconscious is trying to get your attention. There's something you need to pay attention to. There's something back here that's controlling you, that you're running from, that you need to turn around and face. Because once you turn around and face, you take the control of the situation and you say, that's you making a conscious choice. Right here we had this unconscious choice, this intuition or impulsivity. But when we're facing our fears, we're going to turn around and literally face them, right? That's what the whole phrase is. It's not rocket science here. But it's going to take all your strength. It's going to require a lot of you. This journey is doing it anyway, embracing your new beginning anyway. It's going to require all your strength. So, all right, Leo, I hope that was helpful for you. And I'm sure you'll have all the strength that you need, and will be given to you if you do not already have it. So have a great week.